All right, so um, you know those amazing Greek islands, the ones you see in like travel magazines. Well,
Hmm.
today we're gonna deep dive into some of those, but on a budget.
Oh, yeah, those islands can be, well, pricey.
They can be really pricey, yeah, like
Yeah,
Santorini. Beautiful, right? Those white houses, those blue dome.
absolutely stunning. But, the average cost there is, can get pretty steep, like around $272 a day.
Oof, yeah. Not exactly budget friendly. So we found this article. It's got 12 Greek islands, amazing beaches, but way more affordable. I'm talking like $100 a day, some even less.
It is amazing how many hidden gems there are.
Right. And we're not just talking beaches, like real culture, history, the whole package.
Oh, absolutely. These islands are steeped in history.
Okay, so first up, we're going to Crete, specifically Chania. Now, Crete's the biggest Greek island, but it's special. Think Venetian harbor, a lighthouse, beautiful buildings, all for about $126 a day on average.
And don't forget the history. Chania was a Minoan settlement thousands of years ago. The art, the mythology, it's still there.
Wow, I didn't realize Crete had that much history.
Oh, yeah, tons. And you can see some of it at the Chenonia Archaeological Museum. It's in an old monastery, only €4 to get in.
That's a bargain. Okay, so after all that history, you gotta eat, right? Any suggestions?
Definitely. Try Salis Restaurant. They do modern Cretan food, local ingredients, the real deal. Like fresh seafood, amazing herbs.
Sounds amazing adding to the list.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we're going to Corfu. Gorgeous Venetian architecture, beautiful scenery. And get this, it's $149 cheaper per day than Mykonos.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Corfu town is stunning. Narrow streets, pastel buildings, those big squares. It's got a real mix of influences, Venetian, French, even a little British.
Like a cultural melting pot. Now, I read about this Canoni viewpoint, amazing views. What's that like?
Oh, it's beautiful. You see Mouse Island or Ponte Canisi. It's got this little monastery on it. The view is amazing, but it does get crowded. Go early or late afternoon, maybe.
Good tip. Now, I love just, experiencing the local vibe. Where would you go for that in Corfu?
Definitely Spianata Square, right in the heart of Corfu town. Lots of energy. And you can get traditional Greek coffee at Cafe Liston.
Not your average Starbucks, right?
No, no. This is brewed in a special pot, a bricky, served in a small cup. Strong, flavorful. It's an experience.
I'm getting thirsty just thinking about it. Okay, let's move on to Rhodes, the biggest of those Dodecanese islands. You'd think big island, big prices, but nope.
Surprisingly affordable, yeah. Rhodes has it all, from beaches like Pefki Beach, Ellie Beach, to the medieval Old Town UNESCO World Heritage Site and all.
Okay, for someone who loves history, what should they see in Rhodes?
The Palace of the Grand Master, definitely. It's this huge medieval fortress. It was the Knights Hospitallers' headquarters way back when. You go inside, it's like stepping back in time. Grand halls, mosaics, it's incredible.
And it's only €4 to get in.
Oh,
Wow. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. We're going somewhere a little more peaceful now.
you're talking about Hydra. It's truly unique. No cars allowed. Just imagine walking those charming streets. No noise, no fumes. Just the sound of horses in the sea.
Sounds so relaxing. And the cost?
About $130 a day on average, which is really good considering how special it is.
So what would you do there? What's like the Hydra must do?
Well, you can walk to the main town beaches, but I'd recommend taking a boat to Vlakos Beach. It's quieter, great for swimming, and they have those lovely tavernas right there on the beach. Fresh seafood, local food.
Okay, now we're heading to Paros. It's one of those islands that's like under the radar, which usually means fewer crowds, lower prices, right?
Exactly. Paros is laid back, perfect for relaxing. And yeah, less than $100 a day on average. You can explore villages, ancient ruins, or just hang out on the beaches.
Any beaches you'd recommend?
Kalimbathris Beach is something else. They have these granite rock formations. They make these little coves, pools for swimming. It's amazing, especially early in the morning.
Okay, I'm picturing it. Beautiful. So if you want to get around, explore the island, what's the best way?
Rent a scooter. You have the freedom to go wherever you want, find those hidden spots, those amazing views. Just imagine riding along the coast, wind in your hair, sunshine.
Oh, that sounds like my kind of adventure.
Okay.
Time for something a little different. We're going to Nafplion. It's on the mainland, a coastal city, but it's got that mix of city and beach, and all for less than $150 a day.
Nafplion is a fascinating place. It's one of the oldest cities in Greece, goes back to like the Mycenaean era. You can walk those cobblestone streets, see the Venetian architecture, explore the fortresses, like Palamidi. The views from there are incredible.
We're seeing a theme here. Amazing views everywhere.
You're not wrong. And speaking of Palamidi, the hike up to that fortress, it's a must-do. It's a bit of a climb. But those views, the city, the sea, the mountains, it's worth it.
What if you're not much of a hiker? Any other way up?
You can drive up, there's a small fee.
Yeah.
But I do recommend the hike. It's a great way to see the area. Plus, you'll be ready for some delicious Greek food afterwards.
Okay, so we've done Chania, Corfu, Rhodes, Hydra, Paros, and Nafplion. 6 amazing places, all on a budget.
And we're only halfway through. 6 more incredible destinations to go.
Stay tuned. We've got plenty more to share on this Greek island deep dive. Welcome back. We've got 6 more islands to uncover, each one just as amazing and just as affordable.
It's really incredible, the variety you get in these islands, not just like the scenery, but the whole vibe, the history.
So where are we heading next on our Greek adventure?
Let's go to Ilios. It's often seen as, a cheaper alternative to Santorini.
Ios, isn't that known for being like a party island?
It does have a party scene, yeah, but it's more than that. Idos also has these incredible beaches, crystal clear water, and those cute villages, white houses. It's a lot more relaxed than people think.
So it's like best of both worlds. Partying, ain't relaxing.
Pretty much. And the cost is around $125 a day, which is amazing for what you get. It's great for all sorts of travelers, backpackers, families, even couples.
Okay, sold. So any beaches you'd recommend in Ilios?
Well, Mylopotis Beach is the one everyone talks about. It's long, sandy, really lively. You've got beach bars, tavernas, water sports, everything.
Sounds fun. What about something a bit quieter?
Then you want Maganari Beach. It's on the south coast, hidden away, really peaceful. The water's amazing for swimming, snorkeling, and it's surrounded by cliffs, trees. Feels like your own little paradise.
I'm liking the sound of that. Okay, beaches checked. What about, like, the cultural stuff in Ilios? What shouldn't we miss?
If you're into mythology, you got to see the Tomb of Homer. It's up on a hill. The views are incredible. Might not be the actual tomb, but, the legend is there.
And for architecture, those typical Cycladic buildings.
The Church of Panagia Grimneotissa. It's on a cliff overlooking the sea. It's just beautiful, really peaceful.
Okay, I'm adding that to my list. Let's move on. Where are we off to now?
Kefalonia. It's known for having a bit of everything. Stunning beaches, mountains, cute villages. And get this, you can find places to stay for under $70 a night.
No way. Kefalonia sounds like a dream come true. So what makes it so special? What should we know?
Well, it's the variety. You can go hiking in forests, explore caves, swim in those amazing waters, and the food is incredible, all without spending a fortune.
Beaches, please. Tell me about the beaches.
Myrtos Beach is the famous one. People say it's one of the most beautiful in all of Greece, and I can see why. White pebbles, turquoise water, those cliffs behind it. It's a sight to behold, really.
Okay, but I bet it gets crowded, especially in, like, peak season.
Yeah, it can. Best time to go is early morning or late afternoon. You avoid the crowds, and the light is perfect for photos. Sunrise, sunset, it's just magical.
Good to know. Now, besides the beaches, what else should we see in Kefalonia?
Malesani Cave. It's this underground lake. The water's crystal clear, and it shimmers with these blues and greens. There's an opening at the top, so the sunlight comes in. It's really special, like something out of a fairy tale. You can take a boat tour, go right inside.
Wow, that sounds amazing. All right, next island. What have we got?
Folegandros. People compare it to Santorini, but it's much more chilled out and way cheaper. Accommodations under $70, and you can easily keep it under $100 a day total.
Affordable luxury. I like it. What's the vibe in Folegandros? Who'd love this place?
People who want that authentic Greek island feeling, but without the crowds, the rush. It's peaceful, like time moves slower there. The main town, Chora, it's all white houses, narrow streets, those beautiful flowers.
Sounds perfect for, like, just wandering around, getting lost in the beauty of it all.
Exactly. And for the best sunset views, go to the Church of Panagia. It's on a hill overlooking Chora. The church itself is beautiful, typical Cycladic style, but the view, imagine the sky on fire, the sun going down, that golden light on the houses, the sea.
All right, I'm convinced. So, beaches, sunsets, cute villages. What about the food? Any recommendations for Folegandros?
There's a place called Ponta. It's a small taverna, family-run, right in Chora. Their lamb dishes are amazing, cooked in a wood-fired oven, traditional style. And, of course, you got to try the local wine.
Okay, you're making me hungry. Let's keep going. What's our next stop?
Tinos. Laid back, uncrowded beaches, and really affordable. Hotel rooms around $60. You can do the whole day for less than $120 if you're careful.
Amazing. Okay, what's special about Tino's? What sets it apart?
It's a bit off the beaten path, so it feels more authentic. It's a very spiritual place, lots of tradition, religious festivals. You really get a sense of the old ways of life.
It's like a cultural hub, too.
Oh, yeah. There are over 750 churches and monasteries on Tinos. Many of them are architecturally stunning. People come from all over Greece for pilgrimages, especially during the Assumption of the Virgin Mary Festival in August.
I can imagine that's quite a sight. But besides all that, what else is there to do?
The beaches are some of the best in the Cyclades. Agios Focus Beach is a must-see. Long, sandy, crystal clear water. And some parts of it, you get free sunbeds if you order something from the beach bars.
Now, that's a deal I can get behind. Beaches? Culture? What about must-see places?
Check out the Museum of Marble Crafts. Tinos has this long tradition of marble sculpting. The museum has some incredibly detailed pieces made by local artists.
So we've got beaches, culture, art. What about the Tino's food scene? Any must-try dishes?
You gotta try the cheese. They have the spicy one, copanisti. It's a local specialty. Sheep's or goat's milk, you can find it everywhere. And don't miss the luza. It's cured pork loin, air-dried, seasoned with herbs. It's delicious.
Okay, taking notes. All right, let's take a break from the islands for a bit, head back to the mainland.
Let's go to Glyfada. It's right near Athens, known for its beaches, nightlife, and it's quite stylish, lots of shopping.
So a bit more upscale after all these islands.
It's a good mix, yeah. You get the city and the sea. It's really easy to get to from Athens, perfect for a day trip or a short stay. You can spend the day on Glyfada Beach, beautiful sand, clear water.
And at night, what's the vibe like after dark?
It's buzzing. Lots of trendy bars, clubs, restaurants. But if you want something more chill, there's Alinicon Experience Park. It's this lovely green space. They have a fountain with a light and water show after sunset.
Sounds perfect for winding down after a day of exploring. All right, we're on our last destination. Where are we going for the grand finale?
Patras. It's the third largest city in Greece. And you won't believe this, you can find hotels for as low as $57 a night. You can easily see the city and the beaches and still stay under $100 a day.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So what's Patras like? Is it all city vibes, or do you get some of that island charm too?
It's a really interesting mix. You've got history, ancient ruins, Byzantine churches, Venetian fortresses.
Perfect for the history lovers.
Yeah.
Any must-see historical spots?
Patras Castle, for sure. It's on a hill overlooking the city and the Gulf. The views are incredible, and it's free to get in.
Free and beautiful, can't beat that. What about if you're not a history buff? What else is there to do?
Well, if you're into ancient history, check out the Roman Odeon. It's a really well-preserved Roman theater. They often have events there in the summer. Imagine seeing a show under the stars in this ancient place.
Yeah, that's an experience.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, we're on a budget here. What about the beaches in Patras? Any hidden gems that won't break the bank?
Patras has a beautiful coastline, plenty of beaches to choose from. Agios Beach and Riu Beach are both great for swimming, sunbathing, just relaxing by the sea. They're easy to get to from the city, and there are lots of nice, affordable tavernas and cafes right on the beach.
Perfect. Okay, so we've covered history, culture, beaches, food. What else is special about Patras? What makes it stand out?
It's got this really vibrant energy. It's a university town, so there's a young crowd, lots of cultural events, art galleries, museums, live music, theaters. And of course, you can't miss the Patras Carnival if you're there at the right time. It's one of the biggest and most colorful carnivals in Greece.
Wow, it sounds like Patras has it all.
Ah,
So, 12 incredible destinations, all on a budget. It's amazing how much Greece has to offer. But now the question is, how do we choose? How do we decide which place is right for us?
that's the fun part. We've given you the information, the inspiration. Now it's up to you to figure out what you're looking for. What kind of experience do you want?
Okay, so we've done it. We've gone from those incredible beaches in Crete all the way to, well, the heart of Patras, a big city, but still on a budget.
We've seen it all, those ancient ruins, tried that traditional coffee. I can almost taste those amazing dishes we talked about.
Me too. But now, well, now it's your turn. We've given you all the info, the tips, the inspiration, hopefully.
It's time to plan your own Greek adventure, one that fits your budget.
Exactly. So think back. Out of all those places, those islands, which one really stuck with you?
Was it Paros, all laid back and charming? Or Hydra, so peaceful and unique? Or maybe Corfu Town, with all that energy, those beautiful streets?
Or maybe you're dreaming of Rhodes, all that history, those nights, Or Kefalonia with those incredible landscapes.
Old Andros is pretty special too, those sunset views.
So many choices. But there's no right answer. It's all about, well, what you want.
Yeah.
What fits your travel style and your budget, of course.
Absolutely.
Like if you're thinking romantic getaway, Hydra might be perfect, right? No cars, just peace and quiet.
And if you're a history buff, Rhodes is calling your name. That medieval old town, the palace, you'll feel like you've stepped back in time.
What? Beaches, culture, indie nightlife. Ineos is the place to be.
And if you want a taste of mainland Greece with a bit of everything, Patras is a great choice.
Think about what you really want from this trip. Are you looking to relax, have an adventure, soak up the culture?
Once you know what you're looking for, it's easier to choose the right destination.
And remember, budget-friendly doesn't have to mean, like, boring or uncomfortable.
We talked about traveling in the shoulder season, being flexible with your dates, maybe staying in guest houses instead of big hotels.
But don't be afraid to, splurge a little on something special.
Maybe a fancy meal at a taverna on the beach, fresh seafood, local wine, watching the sunset.
Or a boat trip to a hidden cove. Just you and the turquoise water.
It's all about making it your own, finding that balance between what you want and what you can afford.
So this is it, the end of our Greek island deep dive. But it's just the beginning for you.
Take all this info, think about those places that really captured your imagination, and start planning.
Your dream trip to Greece doesn't have to stay a dream. With a little research, some smart planning, and our tips, it can be a reality.
So go ahead, start exploring, start dreaming, and get ready for an amazing Greek adventure.
Safe travels, everyone, and we'll see you on our next deep dive.